This show is brought to you by PPR Capital Management. Did you know there's a way to invest passively in real estate and get monthly income without dealing with tenants, maintenance, or property management? If you're an accredited or high net worth investor, you can earn cash flow without the headaches by investing in a private equity real estate fund. PPR Capital Management. With nearly $1 billion in assets under management, PPR has provided investors with steady, truly passive monthly income since 2007 without ever missing a payment. To learn more, check out pprcapitalmanagement.com/birds today. That's pprcapitalmgmt.com/birds. Welcome back to another episode of Between the Vines. We are at Calandrino's in Old City, and we are going to be breaking down a tough one.
Yeah,
but let's get to it. First off, we're going to be drinking something different, something strange. This is considered an orange wine. And before I go any further, I've got a little bit of a speech impediment right now. I got hardware in my mouth. I'm doing some orthodontistry and trying to get a prettier smile. So bear with me, I'm learning how to talk all over again. So this is what we call an orange wine, not made with oranges. It's made with white grapes, and they leave the skins on a little bit longer while it ages, and that gives it like an orange tinge to it. This is a Pinot Grigio. It's from Tonino, which is a Sicilian wine.
all right. There we go. You like Sicilian wines.
Yeah, Trey, it was hard for, that's a red, I got your glass right here, dude.
Oh, okay, my bad. Yep.
So, thinking of things to cheers to, right? You said, we got a bright spot.
Well, yeah, I mean, we have a bright spot. Well, first, before we get to the football, we have family matters that we need to cover
Well, that's
first.
true, that's true.
So let's cover the family matters first.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Nicole D. Today
Happy
is your birthday.
yeah.
I hope you have the best day ever.
Yeah, cheers.
Cheers to you.
Yeah, that's good. You always should celebrate a birthday,
That's tasty.
Yeah, that is really
Doesn't
good.
taste like orange at all.
No, you always have to celebrate a birthday before we get into football business, especially when it's a game that we're just bouncing back from, still recouping from, and just trying to search for a bright light, because that was a hard one to take on the chin with the game. But when I go back and I watch the film, and I was able to sit down and watch the all 22.
You've been watching a lot of film.
I've been watching a lot of film. I've been dicing up clips all day. And I have to say, man, Covey, I know a lot of people are like, man, Covey for real, dude. He got in, he tried to sneak in on the celebration. But, man, Covey had a solid game, dude.
It was a game of opportunity for him.
It was a game of opportunity. And you know what I'm saying? And as we're getting ready to, I have some cut-ups of just watching.
You talking about a Covey highlight?
Oh, yeah, I put together a Covey highlight, dude.
I love it.
Yeah, man, because, dude, the young man, he took advantage of the situation.
We got
And I'm going to show you a play at the end where if Hurts would have trusted him, we may have had a chance in this game. So here we go, man. Let's just, first of all, let's go ahead and cheers to Covey, man, before we get into this film. Definitely. And then we're going to show y'all what Covey was doing. All right, so this is earlier on in the drive here. And so now we can go ahead and see Covey here. Just putting in some work, man. Here he is here, down at the bottom of the screen. Well, at the top of the screen, bam, there you go. Get a nice little pass and get out of bounds.
We got there, 1 yard.
Oh, yeah, just a couple. Yeah, that's 1 or 2 yards.
Productive play.
Yeah, productive play. You know what I'm saying? So now we can get a tight look of it. I think protection was good right there. But then now, Covey just making plays, man. We're just going to bounce around to another play here. Here we go, zone read. Get him the ball. Look at Covey, man. You know what I'm saying? That's it. That's all I need. Just get upfield, some nice passes, nice little dump offs. Right here, we got a zone read where we got the combination blocks, but of course, you got someone downfield here where you got Cam coming downfield. It ended up being cut back. So one of the things that you want to see with Covey's game is that a lot of his catches were called back because of a zone read concept and offensive lineman getting downfield. Here we go again. Covey right here again, man.
Stat line not that accurate.
6 for 23. Because a lot of them will call back. But now, here's a play that I'm talking
about. Instead of 6 for 25.
Okay, so here we go right here. This is the thing where I'm talking about with the zone read concepts that kind of bothers me a little bit. Right here, you have what you want. when it comes to if we want to run the ball to the right. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
You got 2 linebackers shifted over to the left here. You got a safety down and whatever that is on the outside. But look if we would have just handed that ball off and ran it to the right. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we are to the safety.
Gashed him.
But instead, you know what? They throw a little ball pass out there to Covey, you know what I'm saying? He gets tackled with one arm. Never mind that. He's still producing.
1 yard gain.
Yeah, 1 yard gain. So now here we go. Again, look at we have the box to if we want to run the ball here. If we just hand the ball off, every run play is designed to hit the quarterback get the running back to the safety. If we hand off the ball here, look at where Barkley is. He is to the safety, but all right, we throw the ball out here to Covey. He gets tackled with one arm. All right, cool. We're going to move on to another play because this is a Covey highlight. So now, here we go. Again, we got to look. That's the same play right there. That's the same exact play. I put that in twice because it was just too much to even deal with. All right, so now, here we go. We're going to find Covey. Look at Covey. Covey is out there making plays,
What
man.
are we doing?
Look at the man. Covey is making plays. That's why he felt like, you know what? I am jumping in this celebration because look at Covey's out there.
Another yard gain right there.
Hey, another 2-3 yard gain. But he's catching the ball, dude. That's all I'm talking about. Find
move
him.
forward.
Yeah,
move
he's
forward.
moving the chains. You're not the reason why. You're not the reason.
You know,
here we go again. Look at no, wait a minute, dude. Let's look at him. Covey staying active. Here we go, stay active, Covey.
Gotta stay alive.
There
Gotta
we
stay
go.
alive. There we go.
Nice work.
Look at that. First down.
First down. Keeping it going, man.
Okay.
Protection was pretty solid. Covey he took advantage of the opportunities now. Here we go again. A lineman downfield. And Covey's pass being taken away. And then now this is the most active one where he was out there shaking. He was cooking out there on the end.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I thought that, man, all in all, I think Covey played a pretty solid game. He took advantage of what was given to him, and he wasn't the reason why.
Well, you know, he was not the reason why we lost.
Yeah.
No. Many reasons to go into that category. I just think, you know, let's shine some light on him. I think he did a great job. Mm-hmm. Opportunity rang, and he answered the door.
He answered the call.
Britton Covey
Yeah.
from Provo, Utah. Do you know he was 26-0 as a quarterback in high school?
Really?
Never lost a game.
Wow.
Never lost a game, 2 years.
Okay.
26-0.
All right.
Also, the most not surprising stat about Britton Covey, he was an Eagle Scout.
He was an Eagle Scout.
Eagle Scout.
Okay. So,
But not for the Boy Scouts of America, for the Utah National Parks Council.
so that's something different.
I think so. I think,
Okay.
you know, he's a wilderness man.
Oh, okay, so he can rub some sticks together and make fire.
Also, I would imagine. That's what you learn as an Eagle Scout
Yeah,
in a
that's part of
national
the
park.
criteria.
But they probably learn how to contain the fire
Okay.
in the park.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know?
yeah, absolutely.
Obviously. Did his LDS mission in Chile, which means he's a Mormon. The Stormin' Mormons are back on the field at the link. Should we go through our list of Mormon greats?
Please.
Kevin Curtis,
Okay.
Andy Reid.
Big Red.
I know I'm Scott Young.
Scott Young. Okay.
You said Reno Mahe was great. Reno Mahe, right?
Man, Reno was okay.
Yeah, of course he was okay.
Yeah, Reno was
Still
solid.
bitter about the van.
Yeah,
you
you're still a
know,
little
still
salty about
bitter
the van. But I
But
thought
anyway, it's great to see Britton Covey out there doing his thing.
doing his thing, man.
Yeah.
And that's why Covey tried to jump into the celebration. Because he was out there putting in work.
Yeah, that was his opportunity to get in the bad boy
Hey, man,
poster.
I'm trying to get in the bad boys.
He's like,
there's a slot open, I'm getting in.
I heard this is a good phone background. Let me get in one.
Yeah, exactly.
Good job, Britton.
Yeah, good work, man. You did good. He did good. Proud of him.
All right, so talking about this game. Overall.
Overall, I felt like we did not do good. When you go back and you just look at the run game, all right, and our defense and just how we handled that. We had no chance against stopping the run. You know, I felt like Atlanta came out and just had their way with us when it came to running the ball. You know, when you go back and you look at offensive coordinators and offensive line coaches, when they sit down and they develop plays and they draw up plays and talk about play concepts, they always design those runs to get to the safety. And one of the things that you notice when you go back and you look at Atlanta's run game, they were always to the safety.
Yeah.
You know, the combination blocks were on point. There were some throwbacks where you had some of the offensive linemen cutting downfield.
Yeah, so until you were showing me those clips earlier,
Yeah.
I think there's some fake news going around the league. I think that maybe some of the guys think that cut blocks are illegal, and then obviously the Atlanta offensive line does not think that because they were cutting the shit out of the backside backer.
They were. They got a lot of cuts in. They were very aggressive with some of their steps. I think they did a really good job of just getting combination blocks and understanding who they need to work to. So here we got to cut up also because we like to go back and rewind the game during this time. So now let's just take a little bit at what Atlanta was bringing to the table when you were talking about their run game here. So now this is early in the game, all right? So now we're going to, whenever we're talking run plays, you want to look at combination blocks, all right? So when we're talking runs, it's all about trying to get two combination blocks, especially when you're running inside. So now when they're talking about a pistol here, okay? So with this being said, what we're trying to do right here as an offensive line, you're going to put the offensive tackle out there on the defensive end, try to get a combination block between right guard and center.
Did you say a pistol?
Yeah, they're in pistol. Well, I mean, this is like whatever you want to call it. You know what I'm saying? So the quarterback is under center, running back is right behind him. If he was in gun, it would be considered pistol, but not. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So the running back is just there. So they got the two combination blocks that are working up to the linebackers. Boom, nice little cutback. Always getting the running back to the safety. All right. So now here we go. You're going to get two combination blocks. You're going to go a combination. They send motion right there. Combination block, cutback. There he is. You're getting the running back to the safety. And you see this time and time again. The more you watch what Atlanta was doing. And now, one of the things that we were just talking about when we were saying cutting, all right? So now let's look at the tight copy of this right here, okay? So now, if we're running a zone run to the left, we're going to put left tackle is going to be on the defensive end. We're getting a combination block between left guard and center, working up to linebacker. Backside right guard and right tackle are working to a combination block to number 53. But what I want y'all to pay attention to is the right guard, number 63, and just see how he works to get a cut right here. Now, this is old school. Bam, cuts the backside, and then now you have a running back getting to the safety.
That's an attitude play.
Yeah, that's attitude.
That backer is going to remember that.
Yeah, getting a nice
over
cut
and over
block.
and over again.
You know, again, combination blocks. Again, cutting the linebacker. When you go back and you watch the Eagles run plays, with the Eagles, you never see anybody cutting any of the linebackers. But look at it again, number 63. Bam, cut the linebacker. You know what I'm saying? Left tackle Matthews probably could have done a little bit better. But all right, we got a little stop there. Here we go again. Working, all right? So now we got another inside zone run. Combination blocks, two combination blocks, getting up to the linebacker, making a nice cutback. There you go, getting the running back to the second level. And that's one of the things that you saw a lot of when you watched Atlanta's run game. Again, look at this right guard, man, cutting the linebackers. Check it out, man. When have you seen an Eagles offensive lineman cut? Look at it here.
Well,
Boom.
I mean, I used to cut frequently. But cutting in all reality is an art form. Some people got it. Some people don't got it, right? It's kind of like a natural ability, a timing thing, when to dive, when to not to. Don't throw too high, don't throw too low. You remember the cross body blocks we used to practice? Like, there's a lot of different tangibles that go into that, and I just don't think that, obviously 63 knows what he's doing. Yeah. He's got a natural feel for it, but I don't think in today's game, dude, it's hard to practice a cut. So how are you going to have your players go out during the week, practice a cut, or in training camp and practice cuts when they're your own guys out there? You know, it's just tough.
Well, it seems like Atlanta figured out a way to get it done.
See, is there anybody other than 63 cutting?
No, you've seen the tackles cut as well, where sometimes they'll try to cut a defensive end. They'll try to, everybody's out there working on the backside of those runs. They are working cut blocks.
Yeah.
You'll see it. It's not just the right guard that's doing it.
Right.
You see it sometimes with some of the tackles as well.
Well, it could be a philosophy too, a philosophy thing. I don't know. Maybe some coaches like you to stay up and have a body, a two-way go for the back rather than just dive and maybe miss.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, whatever
it worked, right?
It
sure worked. So they were gashing out there.
I think I like for them to go ahead and try to throw because it makes the linebacker make a decision.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Yeah.
But flip it over to our run game. I mean, we were putting our guy on the safety frequently as well. Like, our combos were working. We weren't cutting and having the big gash like that, but we were we were moving the line of scrimmage and we were getting Saquon some movement. You know what I mean?
We did have some run plays that were kind of effective, you know, where we had some big gashes. But then, if you're not going to pass the ball, I feel like you're going to start seeing more 5 downs, where you're going to get 5 down linemen, 5 down defensive linemen, and 2 linebackers. So that's dealing with 7 guys in the box. That's going to make it a lot harder to run on.
You're outnumbered.
Yeah, you're outnumbered. You know what I'm saying?
Unless you're going to throw the quarterback in there to block. And that's why the powers work sometimes, Trey.
Yeah, but I like that. To me, I feel like the passing game helps open that up.
Yeah.
And if you mess around and you get caught where you don't have any run games here, so we can just
or if you don't feel threatened because a certain somebody's not in the game.
Yeah. So now here we go. Here we go. Here go the Eagles run game right here. If we can go ahead and go to this clip right here, and so you can see the Eagles right here. Just some of their run plays. All right. So now you're gonna pull, get a little power up in there. You know. So you know you're gonna get it. You're getting them to the second level. I felt like some of our runs were a little bit more, all right, we're going to pull somebody, a power, trying to get up there to it. It wasn't traditional inside, outside zone runs. I felt like there were a lot of traps. You know, so here we go. We ran this play here where we were sending a little motion. You know, we're running like little traps, pulls. It's cool. But I think that at times, once you start getting 5, 6 guys into the box, it made it a lot harder for us. So right here,
let me ask you this: when we're talking about our run game and running a lot of powers and traps and pulling guys and stuff, that's the same shit we do when we run QB powers. Do you think that we're trying to do that so that they can kind of mesh together?
No. I think that
Negative.
to me, I feel like we're at our best offensive line when we're just coming off the ball like this and running inside zone runs here. So right here, where we're just getting 2 combination blocks. Inside zone run. Look at how
look
we
at that
changed
movement right
the
there
line of scrimmage. And then look at how you get Barkley running up in the hole. I think that with this offensive line, the way they're built and the way with their size, we're at our best when we can do this right here, where we can get 2 combination blocks or somebody working up, and then bam, we're getting the running back to the safety. I think that that's when we're at our best as an offensive line, when we can be a little bit more physical.
Yeah, I agree, just because, you know, these guys are big, and I'm not to say that they can't pull and get out there and move on the edge or you know, keep up with backers or anything, but they're big and they're strong. So why not just let them do what they're best at and just demolish people?
Yeah, I think that's when they're at their best. You know, when they can sit there and just come off the ball, be physical. You know what I'm saying? Now, here's one of the plays where I was just kind of like, all right, you know what? I don't like this because, you know, you got your tight ends trying to take on these defensive guys. And then, bam, you got a negative run, you know what I'm saying, where you got a tight end that you're you know, to me, take that to the left. Run this play to the left, let the tight ends get the backside, and then now, but you're getting beat across your face right there, that causes a problem, you know? So now here we go again. Now this one right here is a little bit more effective. I felt like Beckham kind of got a little off with it, but again, Barkley just getting upfield. I think some of these runs, as they continue to go on, would change up the game a little bit, because like now you got 5 down linemen, 2 linebackers, that's 7 in the box. It makes it a lot harder to run.
It makes it a lot harder. You don't have enough guys to do that.
Yeah.
But I mean, regardless, I think that we had a productive passing game, or running game. I mean, now the passing game, I felt like it didn't mesh together with the run game, and a lot of the RPOs and stuff. Why are we getting these problems with the guys? Is it an angle of departure with the RPOs? I know that you were saying you think that sometimes it's a matter of just not happening quick enough.
Yeah, I think that sometimes, you know, Hurts needs to get rid of the ball quicker. You know, with an RPO, it's just grip it and rip it. You know what I'm saying? You can't sit there and ride the fake too long because guys are working to get up to the second level. So to me, I feel like, all right, hey, you need to get that throw out a little bit quicker, or you're going to have an offensive lineman downfield.
Do you think we could maybe take the angle for the offensive line and change the angle of departure a little bit so they're not so vertical on an RPO or something? So you know what I mean? Maybe do like a mid zone.
Yeah.
So that it just takes an extra step.
They used to do that when it was more of the mid zones, but then that takes away from your aggression into how you want to come off on the ball. And to me, I felt like there were times when if I come out and, you know, 9 times out of 10, if Barkley lines up to the left, 9 times out of 10, you're going to get a defensive tackle, a 3 technique on the right side, and a one technique on the backside of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, because they are expecting for you to run right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, to me, I feel like, if you can go a little bit more pistol, what you're seeing that this offense is doing, where you're not giving it away, because then now you can direct which way you want to go. When you're running inside zone runs, you always want to go to the one technique, not the three technique. Because that means that the center has to try to work all the way over to the three technique with a combination block to work up to the linebacker.
Trey, did you like cutting when you were playing?
No, I hated cutting.
Why?
Yeah, because I was not good at it.
What about, did you like the cut drill?
I mean, the cut drill was fun, but as far as like doing like a cut block, I wasn't good at it. Because I mean, you have to, when you're cutting, you really have to get off the ball on time. You can't be late. You can't be slow. You know what I'm saying?
The worst shit ever was when they would call a predetermined cut. Like, okay, all you guys up front are cutting on this play.
Yeah.
Slide to the left and cut.
Yeah, no.
And like it never worked.
No,
it never worked.
And I never wanted to do that either, because I'm like, no, I'm not cutting, because if I cut and miss, then now the guy has a free run to the quarterback.
Yeah, but I mean, in your head, your assignment responsible. That's an easy plus for all five up front, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Anyway, all right, let's keep moving. Did you see that the coaches did not speak to the players after the game?
Yes. That's what I heard, that Coach Sirianni did not speak to the players after the game, and that was he felt like what Hurt said was enough.
What are your thoughts on that, though? Like, do you feel like he needs to say something?
I think the message comes off better if the coach says something, but I guess with Hurts and his leadership, I think they're just like, all right, hey man, if the players want to run it, then let the players run it, But to me, I felt like, when you lose a game like that, I think the coach needs to step up in front of it, and say something, because, I mean, you're part of the reason why.
Right. I mean, I guess you have to be in the room to kind of feel it. You know what I mean? I don't know what Jalen said, but I just feel like as a player, you're not going to say everything that a coach wants to or needs to say. Because you're just looking at it from a different pair of eyes. I know quarterback is still like a coach out there with a helmet on, kind of. They know all the schematics and everybody's responsibilities. But like, you got to say something.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, what Jalen said is right, but let's all remember.
Yeah.
Just be
You
like,
have to be the final
I'm
word.
the coach here.
Yes.
Remember.
I am going to give my final word. There is no breaking this down without me saying something.
I mean, and we talked about this before, like, Sirianni's, he's an energy guy, Like, we know he's not calling the offense. He's making important in-game decisions, like whether to go for it or kick a field goal. And he's rah-rahing a bunch of guys. He's celebrating with his players when they play well, or he's being very frustrated on the sidelines. He's very emotive. You would think that he would want to get a word in at least.
Yeah, I would, because at the end of the day, it's my responsibility, as a coach. But I felt like, hey man, but you know what?
Have you ever been in a locker room where the coach didn't say something afterwards?
Never. I can't remember us.
I mean, dude, I'd be sitting there like,
Yeah.
when do we got to go back to work? Because Big Red will be, see you Wednesday,
Yeah, Big
see you
Red is gonna be-
Tuesday.
Yeah, something. Somebody has to say something, But for it to just be, all right, Jalen just says, all right, whatever he's going to say.
Well, maybe Jalen was like, I don't want to say nothing. I'll see you guys in here tomorrow. We're going to watch this film together. And then he was like, yep, I guess nothing needs to be said.
So, I have no idea, but I just felt like, something should have been said by the coach.
Yeah. So, while we're on Sirianni, are you into the charade he's putting on the sidelines? Like all the super celebrating, like in with the players, almost like, what I'm talking about is the CJ, GJ, the big hit. He's running down the sidelines, helmet off, sticking his tongue out. And it almost seems like Sirianni's trying to do the exact same thing, except minus the tongue. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And to me, dude, don't get me wrong. I like Sirianni. Seems like the players love him. different style and everything. He's been very nice to me whenever I've spoken with him and stuff. But like, let the players do their thing on the field when they're celebrating. Like, don't go get in it with them.
Yeah,
That's kind of my thing.
That's how he is. But here, like, just in case people want to see the CJ hit right here. So here it is right here.
This was a huge hit. Critical part of the game,
I mean,
right?
He met the running
see that
back
helmet
right there.
snap back?
And then there's the celebration. Helmet is coming off. But here's the back view of it right here. I mean, this was a hit where you met the running back one-on-one right there in the hole, bam. And then there you go. Let's get up and celebrate. And, you know, somewhere along the way, I think that, you know, Coach Sirianni is down on the sideline right there just so that we can take a look at it again, where he comes in, meets him right there in the hole. Look at that right there. You got the running back right there in the hole, and then wham, meets him, stops him right there. And then now he's off, and then now helmet is off, and we're celebrating. So, you know.
Well, the helmet's off. However it happened, the helmet's off. You know, one thing that I wish as a player, I took my helmet off more so I was more recognizable. You know what I mean? I feel like guys realize now that there's money to be made if people can recognize your face.
Yeah, I guess. You know, but I mean,
hey, that's marketing right there, Trey.
I know, but as a lineman, though, like, you know, would you take your helmet off after each pass protection that you ran the guy by the quarterback? Or every time?
Maybe not each one.
Or
I might like get into like a little kerfuffle with him and then like peel it off myself.
Yeah, so like if you like.
And then like punch myself so my nose was bleeding, so it was like maybe like a photographic moment or something.
Okay.
Maybe end up in a magazine.
Yeah, all right. So each pancake block, you're gonna take your helmet off?
All 5 of them, Trey? I mean, yeah.
Like if you knock the guy to the ground, you take your helmet off, celebrate?
No.
As an offensive lineman, it's just difficult. Like to me, you know what? I kind of like that.
In the shadows mentality?
Yeah, because I kind of like that people be like, oh yeah, you played, you know what I'm saying? Like I really don't know who you are because I don't know how you look. I think good, because as an offensive lineman, 9 times out of 10, whenever they showed you on screen, it was because you messed up.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm okay. I'm glad that sometimes people are like, hey, are you? I'm not really sure, you know, because...
Until it gets to that point where they're expecting you to, like, tell them who you are. And you're like, tell me about you. Like you're going to go into a bio read or something.
Yeah. Well, I grew up, I was born in 1974. But, you know, but I think I'm
74?
Okay. Yeah, man. Yeah. Wow. Oh, man.
That hit me hard right there.
I turned 50, dude. Like, I turned 50 in November, man. You know, in November? It's happening.
What game is that? What game week is that?
Huh?
We got to have a big party. A lot of wine flowing.
Yeah, we got to do something.
Is that a game? I mean, I'm 42. I'm 42 in a couple weeks, but it's not a big...
Yeah. Like 50 is...
I'd rather just move on by that one.
Yeah, I feel like I need to get ready and go get me a Corvette.
Perhaps.
Go and get a convertible Corvette if I can squeeze into a Corvette.
The midlife thing?
Yeah, the midlife thing. You know
what I'm saying? Dude, so some guy pointed out on the internet, internet's great these days, and man, I am glad that the level of scrutiny of every play was not as high when we played. Because like literally, Joe Blow is like got his little web channel, like me and you, but we have a little background. Yeah. But like this guy could literally be in high school breaking down every play, every mannerism of every player out there, and then broadcasting it.
Yes.
So I'm glad that I don't play under that microscope. But I did see this dude pointed out that on the, you have the, was it 4th and 4, the pass to Barkley that he dropped?
Oh yeah.
Let's talk about this for a minute.
Dig into that, but go ahead.
So this was dude, this was pretty crafty. This is obviously a draw them offside situation, right? So they were probably like, hey, go out there, maybe we'll do a hard count, see if we can get them. If we can get them, perfect. They gave us a first down. We don't even have to decide whether to go for it or not. Yeah. But just in case, here's a play I'd like you guys to run. And, you know, if they don't jump off sides, run this play and get the first down anyway.
Yeah.
Right? So in this play, you'll see a hard count. And then, this is not it.
I know. Go ahead.
Oh. But you'll see a hard count. You'll see Matthew Judon jump off sides in the neutral zone. You'll see Dallas Goedert coming in motion pointing out the fact that Judon jumped off sides, and then continuing in his motion, and then they snap the ball and carry on. We need an adjacent lineman to be drawn off sides by this movement in order for it to be a penalty, right?
Okay, yes, absolutely.
So we need Jordan or Landon to, point at the guy, slap the guy, jump off the line, something to be invoked by this movement.
Yeah.
And so it didn't happen, but it could have. So there's just a little nuance.
Yeah.
And now people are saying like, hey, that could have been a first down. And then we're sitting there first and goal from the, inside the 5.
Yeah. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like that was a tough situation there on that particular play that you're talking about there. Because here we go. I just found it, just pulled it up here. So now here we go. Let's look at it. All right. So now.
Run it back. We got to go back further than that. They don't have it on there, I guess, on the cut.
Yeah, they don't have it on there. They don't have
so
it
it's
on
not Goddard. It's not Goddard in motion. It was Kelka 89. 89 was in motion. But anyway, on this cut up, they don't show it.
Yeah, they don't.
But anyway, Judon 15 jumps off sides right here on the right. They've already done the motion. He did jump off sides. Anyway, it was a good uncover for the internet. Not helping me out right now, but
okay.
Anyway, interesting how like little things like that. It's the little things, dude, that can really determine the outcome of a game.
Yeah. It was tough. It was tough, man. You know what I'm saying? And then, but to me, I felt like this play it shouldn't have gotten to this point. I think that if we took 3. In the beginning of the game in our second series, this isn't even a problem.
I agree. I mean, we talked about that. That's that aggressive mentality, the go for it, get the crazy momentum happening. Or just take the points.
Yeah.
I felt like when we were on the field, we always wanted the points. Yeah, obviously you want 7 when you're in the red zone, 6, and then 7.
Yeah.
But if it doesn't happen, 3 is better than nothing.
3 is better than nothing.
And then, especially if you lose by 1, 3 is obviously better than nothing.
Absolutely. I think that right there, we should have kicked the field goal in that second series, just because of momentum. To go ahead and get the game started. With just the way the season was set up, with the game was set up, with all the energy that was going on, with all the pregame and everything that was meant for this game. Nick Foles coming back. You got Kelsey back there dancing around.
Fanfare,
everywhere. You got everything going on. Go ahead, take the 3. But when we went out there and we did not get that 3, or we went for it on the 4th down and got stopped, then you could just tell how the energy just changed in the stadium. Yeah. And it was unfortunate. I felt like after that point, you were still trying to fight to regain the momentum that you had lost right there.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough to shift the momentum of a game, dude. Here's the thing. You take 3 there, you're slowly building momentum. Yeah, if you score a touchdown, the stadium's going to go nuts and everybody's going to feel hyped and you got great momentum. But 3 is a nice, easy, steady build, and then you come back down and then maybe you get a touchdown the next time. But if not, you get another 3, and then it's 6, and you just keep building it, and the momentum is in your favor. You don't have that stop that takes the wind out of your sails. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Let's drink this red, Trey.
Okay, yeah, absolutely.
Hand that over to me here.
Got it.
Here, let me read it.
Yeah, no,
oh, you're going to pour it for us?
Go ahead and try to read it, yeah.
You know I'm the wine pourer here. Yeah. So this is also a Tonino from Sicily. Forget the speech. This is a red Nero Diavola. I think you had some of this when we were over there. Not this exact one, but yeah.
All right, cool.
This is actually called the Giornata, which is a reserve of theirs.
Okay, cool.
That's what I got, dude.
Yeah.
That's what I got, Trey. You're waiting for more. I ain't got it for you.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Yeah.
Ooh.
That's nice. All right, so now we got to talk about this because it happened.
What are we talking about?
I think everybody, I think a lot of people, when you go back and you look at Atlanta's last drive, Kirk Cousins was absolutely surgical, dude. Like,
Kirko?
yeah,
Kirko wakes up dripping like this.
dude. Kirk was absolutely surgical when it came to that last drive, man. And I mean, one of the things that he found Mitchell, and then after that, he just started picking on him. So now, here we go. This is the last drive right here, all right? So now, let's just take a look at this, man. All right, so first of all, boom, here we go. Yep, right there. Nice little dump off, find something easy in the middle. All right, so now we're moving on. All right, so now, just check them out. We're going to take a look at it from the back. You know what I'm saying? Just how the box looks, how the offensive line is going to protect. Look at the rush. You got him to just slide a little bit to the right. Just made a little room. Nice little dump off. All right, so now we're moving on to the next play here. All right, so now you're going to see a little miscommunication out there, and you should expect this from Mitchell. Look at him. Everybody kind of plays down. Nobody drops to that receiver that's right back out there in the back there. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a huge mistake. And you can see Matt is like trying to correct him, like, hey, hold on, man. You're supposed to be back right here. All right, so now let's take a look at the protection. Look at the rush. There's no rush. Nothing to make Cousins feel rushed. He just sat back there, found an empty spot. Boom, picked them apart. All right, so now you got Mitchell getting fussed at. All right, so now here we go. What are you going to do again, Kirk? Being a veteran, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to find him again. Bam. Look at it. Now, this is all in the same drive. This is all that same last drive. I mean, he went down.
Yeah, I watched it, Trey.
Yeah, he found this young man. Look at the rush. Nothing. Pass rush is non-existent. There you go. Nice, easy little dump off right here, all right? So now, here we go here. He's going to make another one. He's going to try to throw something again. Picking on the young man again.
Yeah.
Picked on him all the way down to the left side of the field. And he just kept finding it. All right, so now we're going to fast forward, move on to the next play. Because now, all right, so try to throw something across the middle. We had a good play right here to stop this, all right? So that was great defensive play right there to kind of shut down this inside play right here. Good work, all right? But now, all right, I picked on the rookie. Picked on the rookie all the way down the field.
Yeah, now let's come after the vet, dude,
Now
for the game winner.
After the vet.
Game winner.
Then,
Got him.
Oh, there we go. There you go. There goes 6.
Thought it was a post.
They're dirty birding.
Thought it was a post.
Oh, man. I'm telling you, man, Kirk Cousins was absolutely surgical on that last one. Protection was like, because there's no rush, and then that's it.
Well, I mean, there is no rush.
No.
Let's touch on that, Trey. Well, I mean, we're supposed to have a rush up front.
Yeah.
You have to be able to create kind of pressure in these situations in order to. You can't send the house in these scenarios. You can't blitz, really. You got to be in coverage. You got to be in almost like a prevent type thing. So Acho made Emmanuel Acho played here. He said that this was on Howie for not putting the dogs up front that needed to be up there.
Okay.
Vic's not equipped with guys to win with just poor rushing.
Okay.
Do you agree with that statement? I mean, it seems like it after the first 2 games.
To me, when I look at the way these guys rush, nobody does anything special. You know what I'm saying? Everything is always inside foot back. They're just gonna try to let's just take a look at this rush right here, all right? So everybody has their inside foot back, all right? So that means that it's either gonna be a 3 or a 5-step rush. So now let's take a look at it. BG. All right, 1, 2, 3. He's trying to stab in. Look at what the tackle just does.
Yeah,
Punches him.
He used his hands well right there. Kept him at distance.
It's easy work. All right, so now look at Sweat. All right, so now look at Sweat. Inside foot back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
He didn't even get off the ball.
Yeah, didn't even get off the ball. So, I mean, it was easy.
He was tired.
Yeah, it was easy work. All right, so here we go again. Let's rewind it back again. Look at another play. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4. Bull rush. Able to just sit down on the rush. Makes it easy for them. Even when they run, you try to run a little bit of a game or anything look at it. They're trying to run a 3-man game over the left side. Okay, so now let's just talk about this first of all. All right, so let's just talk about this. All right.
Okay.
So now, when we're talking about slide protection,
Your
All
back
right?
to us.
If the back is to the right, you don't want to run a game to the side that the center
sliding.
is sliding to.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Run the game to the back
Run
side.
the game to the right side.
Yeah.
Because if you run the game to the center, the side that the center is going to, watch what happens here. The center is going to slide left. The center is sliding right. You have 4 guys sliding to the left to pick up those 3. And then BG is just coming with a bull rush, get rid of the ball.
We
You
like
see what
those
I'm saying?
numbers.
So
Yeah,
it just
yeah.
makes it way too easy for when you're dealing with some of these rushes and what guys are doing. So now here's another video right here, where it's just kind of the same thing, where guys are just kind of rushing upfield and making it easy for them to kind of just not be as sharp as they need to when it comes to stopping or adding some rush and putting pressure on the quarterback.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm over this game.
Yeah.
I'm really over this
I'm
game.
ready to move on to the next
Yeah,
one.
it's Wednesday. But you know what makes me sad? Is we got to go to New Orleans.
Yeah.
And we got to get our shit together.
Yeah, you're gonna
Because
really
New Orleans just beat the brakes off the Cowboys. And they look
40-something
good.
points.
Their offense looked amazing. It was a fun offense to watch. It was like what I was hoping our offense was going to look like this year, you know? Like,
Exactly.
very satisfying to watch how they operated.
Mm-hmm.
Trey, let me ask you, what do you think about this wine?
I think it's good.
Yeah?
I like it. Yeah.
It doesn't smell like, it smells old, right?
Yeah, it's good. I like it.
Do you think we're ever going to taste a bad wine?
Never. You know what I'm saying? Like I tell everybody, as long as it pours out of the bottle, I'm okay with it.
Wait, you've never had one that's gone bad?
Yeah, I've never had one.
Like one that's like vinegary or anything like that?
No. But this is good. I like it. It's a good wine, man. But yeah, I think that it's time to just move on. We're gonna have to flush this one. This game sucked. We should have won this game. This is a game that we should have won. But
Yeah. Now we're going uphill.
Now we're going uphill, and it's not going to get any easier because everybody, a game like this shows a lot of deficiencies, and so it's going to be interesting to see what they can do to correct it.
To that point, I think a lot of these games early in the season last year were showing deficiencies, but we had like heroic wins. Everybody was like, woo, what a win. Oh, I can't believe we came through and won at the end of the game. And we just kind of glazed over all those deficiencies.
Yeah.
Now we're forced to address them because we had an L in week 2. We're 1-1. We're not on the path that we thought we were going to be right now. So we really got to take a look at what happened. And I think that that's a blessing in disguise to happen in week 2 versus week 10 or 12, and then everybody's scratching their head like, why aren't we winning games all of a sudden,
Yeah, I'm glad that it's happening now.
If it has to happen, let it happen early.
Let it happen early. But, you definitely don't want to lose too many games because that will break down a team's confidence.
Yeah.
And will destroy the camaraderie and the energy within the locker room. So this is something that needs to be corrected quick because it can go bad really fast with this team and with what's going on with the rest of this Eagles season.
Yeah. And with a fan base like the Eagles, you want to play your playoff games here. You want to, you know? I mean, that's what we're striving for.
Exactly.
I mean, you want to make the playoffs, but like really, we want people to come here and deal with us.
Yeah, exactly. There's nothing like home field advantage.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, I think that's a wrap, eh?
Yeah, that's it, man.
Everything good?
right,
We cover
cool.
everything?
I think we're good.
All right.
All right, man. Well, hey, man, make sure you like, subscribe, share, and then, hey.
Yeah. We'll
Go
catch you
Birds.
next week. Go Birds.
My bad.